Hello everybody, Scabard Gaming here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. I'm back in TechIt and I'm going to do something I said I probably wouldn't do, and I'm going to build power flowers. Now, power flowers are kind of it's something you can do early on in the game. It's something you can do mid-game, and it's something you can do super late game. It's kind of a choice thing, and there's a reason for that. Now, I've been playing the game for a while, and I've kind of got everything that I could possibly need. I also have, what's the count at the moment? 30.5 million EMC, and that's after I built not one but two tall batteries carrying 450 million RF each. And I'm kind of, I got to the point now I've got as much EMC as I could possibly use, other than with gem armor. And I don't really want to do quarries anymore. I got to a point now I've decimated half the landscape past my house with quarries, and for that reason I just kind of don't really want to use quarries anymore. I've got massive holes here. I'm not going to do anything with that land, but I don't want to make it any worse either. And as well as that, the sorting machine in my house kind of makes things a bit chuggy every now and then. Especially if I'm using quarries. So that's a horrible sound, isn't it? So for the sake of not using this, and in actual fact because I want to dismantle it to make things a bit smoother, because even though it's not being used, you can see in this room it's constantly thinking about what this machine's doing, so I want to take it down. But if I do that, quarries are kind of out of the question forever, or at least they'll go back to just dumping itself into a big box. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce power flowers. Now these are objects that I'm kind of already doing. Hang on, I shouldn't have left that room. I'm kind of already doing power flowers, but in a really small scale. Now I've attached them to my sorting machine, but essentially what they are, I need to make sure cyanide goes somewhere. Later on I must remember that. What they are basically is the glowstone attached to an energy collector, and what that does is it converts the energy of the sun into EMC, and that EMC then crafts a diamond. Now this is one of the simplest versions of a power flower. It's a single energy condenser, a single energy collector, and a single piece of glowstone. Now you can make these ridiculously complicated, and that's what I'm going to do today. Just so basically you guys can do it early, mid or late game. What's going on out here? That's annoying, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to sleep because I don't want that happening all the way through the video. So those defences are very, very good, but they do cause problems with sound. Now, the game still has that sort of chuggy, you're doing too much on the server sort of feeling, so this is why I'm making the power flowers, like I said. Now, like I said before, you've got the energy collectors, energy condensers, and you can make those with energy condensers all the way around those collectors, and it will sort of allow you to collect loads and loads more EMC, and they're quite expensive to make, so at the beginning that's probably exactly what most people would do. But there's a way to make it even more efficient, and by doing this you open up kind of like a world of EMC collecting possibilities. Now these are antimatter relays. Now they have a maximum output, so they kind of limit how much you can collect from the energy collectors and pass them into the energy condensers. So you kind of have to make sure that you're collecting the right ones, or connecting the right ones to your energy condenser. Now I'm going to go for Mark II. Yeah, that should be enough. I just need Mark 1 to create it. So we'll make a Mark 1, which is a block of diamond, a bit of glass and some obsidian. They are expensive, which is why they're not so much early game. Not with relays, but basic condensers, easy enough. Obsidian, should be 7 of those, and a bit of dark matter. Yeah, there we go. Now, if I make this, where did I go wrong? That was a bit of glass. I got Mark II and Mark I a little bit mixed up there, I think. There we go. Antimatter relay. Now, power flowers. I got the achievement that's called power flowers, so obviously that's where we're going with this anyway. Now, it's exactly the same to make a Mark II, except you use dark energy and you replace the diamond with the Mark I. Now, I'm going to learn this first because I want to be able to make these later if I need to. So, relay, take that back out. Got my dark energy already, so I need some obsidian. Now, if I put the antimatter relay in the center, dark matter up top and surround it with obsidian, you get the antimatter relay Mark II. Now again, I'm going to learn it, but these I'm going to use. Now I'm going to need a few of these, so where are you? Relay, want a Mark II, so I want to have at least sort of 2, 3, 4. You only really need 4 for a power flower. I can grab some more if I need it. That's not a big deal. Now I need the energy collectors. Now what do I need? Now a Mark III collects 40 EMC, but these things will only go up to 192. Now how many do you put around one of these things? So let's get our condensers. Just one for now. We'll make one power flower and then we'll go from there. You've got to build them up in the air, so I've got to stack them on something. Now let's think. You get an energy condenser, you put relays around the 4 sides, and then on each relay, so that they don't collide with each other. How many can you get on there? I'm going to have to build it. I just can't image it in my head. Now, obviously they cost a massive amount of money EMC wise, so you're gonna have to try and get that back before you can make more, but there's sort of a cumulative effect to it where you spend EMC, you get a load of EMC back, and then when you're back up you spend more on more power flowers, and then they kind of grow and grow, and before you know it you're making like 10 million EMC a day, and it's not really a problem anymore. That's the kind of idea behind it, and like I say, I've done all of the quarrying that I want to do, so in order to go ahead with getting gem armor and stuff like that, I'd rather just build these than have to sit around waiting for my quarries to finish for the next 3 weeks. I think that's understandable. A quarry gets me about 5 million EMC, so I have to wait for that whole quarry to finish, get 5 million EMC, put it in another quarry. You get it. I'd rather just do power flowers so I can show you the really, really high end gem stuff, and whatever comes along that I feel like doing. Now, I'm probably going to need more energy collectors than this. Definitely going to need more energy collectors than this. But first of all, let's get some coal. Or dirt. Dirt will do. Now, where shall I build the first one? I need to make sure I've got enough room. So I'll build it in the corner here. Yeah, should be enough room if I do it here. Okay, so this is where we start our first energy condenser. So I'll plonk it down there. Now, what we do is we get our antimatter relays and we plonk them. You have to crouch to plonk them. Plonk them on each side. Now, from that you can then surround these with end up on the stairs, and 2, and that's not enough, so I need some more energy collectors. Energy collector. I'm not even sure if this is the most efficient way of doing it right now. Get some more, get that 6. So you plonk one on there, can see it's already started to collect a lot of energy. And then technically you could chuck another one on top as well. So I'll do that. And you can even... I've got enough. No, I need another 4. You can see why these are expensive. So if I collect another load of energy collectors. Now wait, hang on. Before I crack on, these collect 190 EMC per second. And these produce what? So this is 192 EMC per second. Now, how much do the collectors collect? 40 EMC per second. So that's 40, 80, 120, 160. So another one will bring it up to 200, which is just over. So that's not bad. There is a point in placing it. I was kind of worried that there wasn't any point in placing more. So, misspelled energy. So 3 of those. This has cost me about 15 million EMC so far. So it's expensive. Now I'm going to leave this bottom one open so I can collect whatever I want to collect. But that's insane. Now these do collect, but they need light to do so, so you need glowstone. So grab a stack of glowstone. Now, having to crouch for everything makes flight very difficult. Bum, 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 bum. And that is why they call it a power flower. This kind of looks like a funky flowery thing in your room. Now we're not yet collecting anything. Now I'm going to make it into diamonds. I could make it into emeralds. But let's see how quickly you make a diamond first. And chuck this back in, we don't need that. Put that up there, boom. And so far we've already collected enough for 12 diamonds. So yes, I did spend 15 million EMC on this, but look how quickly this is making a diamond. God, I've made 106,000 EMC already, and I haven't even... I've just finished building it. I mean, that's insane. So 15 million EMC, I'm already sort of 1% back on that, and I haven't really done anything. So that's a power flower, people. That's what's going to get us our EMC from now on. Impressive, isn't it? I could make another one, but I'd be on like 2 million EMC. Is it worth it? Probably. Or I could wait for this to get me back what I was after anyway, and then crack on from there. I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make another one because that was funny. I enjoyed doing that, and to be honest, I think it's just a mad amount of EMC anyway, and I could just leave my PC on for 20 minutes and I'd probably get most of that back. So how many of these did I need in the end? I needed a lot, didn't I? I needed 4 relays because that's all you can get on it. So let's get the relays first because we know we can afford those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I've got 16 million EMC to make sure that we can cover the rest. Now, how many did I use? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then one on top, so that's probably 12. I always press escape when I don't know what I'm doing. So I think I need 12. And these are Mark 3s. Oh, these are Mark 3s. No wonder it's expensive. So actually I've got 8 million EMC left, so this is certainly worth doing. Now, space wise, how many blocks fit from the middle? 1, so 1, it's only 2 blocks, so So that one, and then 1, 2, and this is where I'm going to put my next condenser. Okay. Like I say, you can do this pretty early on in the game. If you use the very basic version of the energy collectors, the condenser, because this is only a first-rate condenser. It's not like the Mark II. If you use the antimatter relays of Mark I, you can actually start this off pretty early in the game with like 1 million or so EMC and then go from there. It's just that in terms of benefit, you're probably going to need that EMC for other stuff that you're using or doing at the time. I'm not sure it's the best use. I'm going to need more than this, aren't I? Because I didn't count the ones on the end. Ouch. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 more. No wonder I had loads of EMC left. Okay, so... oh, there it is. Need 5 more. There you go. 4.5 million EMC. Should be enough. Boom, 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 boom. Now I just need glowstone. Just filling it in. Right, is that it? Yeah, that's it. And I'm going to put a little bit of glowstone on top for good effect. So that they look a bit more flowery. And they are my power flowers. This is zombie getting electrocuted up top. Now, I need to put something in it for it to make. And I think a diamond is a good way to go. The emeralds take twice as long to make. And to be fair, I'm not going to fill this thing with a stack. With stacks of diamonds, am I? How many have I made since I built this one already? 7 diamonds here already. That's 57,000 EMC just while I was talking. These things are absurd, and it's not even the most powerful one. It's just crazy. I got 204,000 back from that while I built the second one. 212. So there you go. That's power flowers. They're horribly cheaty. They really are. But when you've got to this stage of the game and you just cannot be bothered with quarries anymore, they are a perfectly good alternative. If you've got to the point where you've got everything you possibly need, you've achieved everything that you need to achieve, then these are just a good way of passively collecting EMC just so you can do what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you don't build them too early on, then they can be a perfectly good addition later on. If you build them really early, it's probably going to take away from the fun of the game. If you've done it all before, then this is, like I say, a perfectly good alternative to quarries. And they are absurdly expensive if you want to do them at this level. But they're their own light source, so you don't have to light the room they're in. They're pretty compact. They're very easy to make. And yeah, and they're EMCable, so you can build as many as you want, and you can break them up and get all that EMC back. So there you go, guys. That is Power Flowers, which is about as endgame as you get. Hopefully these guys are going to produce so much EMC that I won't know what to do with it, and then that'll probably end up the series actually once we've got too much EMC to do anything with. But that said, we've got loads of stuff that we still need to cover in TechIt. Still need to clear my throat. We got bees, which I haven't touched. We've got the new rail systems in the game that I haven't touched yet. Gem armor, which is kind of like the super ultimate armor set on top of power armor as well. And then, yeah, I guess other power armor weapons and so forth. And I'm sure there's probably a bunch of stuff out there that I still haven't even touched or even know about yet, which I'm going to have to research. But hopefully this was super interesting to you guys. If it was, please click like and consider subscribing as well. I will see you in the next episode of Let's Play Minecraft. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye bye.